Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm coming to you from a mini suite cabin on board P&O Azura, and in this video I'm going to give you a full cabin tour of this room and hopefully help you decide if you would like to cruise in this room in the future, or actually is this a room that you would maybe consider avoiding for whatever reason. Now just before we get into it, if you've seen my other cabin tours of mini suites, mostly on princess ships, then one thing that you will see when we walk around here is that this is so similar, even down to the fact there's a table over there that the exact same thing is in a mini suite on both Coral Princess and also Discovery Princess. So you can definitely tell what group of ships we're on the minute you walk in this room. Now, just before I take you out into the corridor to get started and walk around here, I did just want to say that if you find this video useful and if you enjoy it, I would really appreciate it if you'd take the time to give the video a thumbs up, which you should be able to do just directly underneath. And also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, it'd be great to have you along as we head out and discover more ships. But look, for now, let's get out into the corridor and we'll have a quick tour of this room. Okay, now I can almost hear people waiting to call me out on the fact that I've just referred to this room as a mini suite. Now the reality is that it's slightly different terminology on this ship, and that's because P&O tend to not operate with a mini suite category on this class of ship. Now, instead what they call it is a Superior Deluxe cabin, so if you are looking for this on a deck plan, you're not looking for the term mini suite anywhere on there. Now, the room that we're looking at today is cabin number D404, and that essentially means that you are on deck 9 or the D deck of this ship. So actually a pretty decent location to be, because one thing that you will note if you look at the deck plan is that this room is entirely surrounded by other cabins, which is always where I would recommend trying to choose a room so that you minimise on things like noise coming from public areas. Now the actual way that this room works, so we've just come through the bedroom area, you're now in the sitting room or the kind of living area, and it is worth noting that those two rooms, if you like, don't separate. So if you watch my other cabin tours in, for example, a Princess mini suite, you'll see that those rooms typically have a thick curtain that goes across, but that's not the case in here, so it is all one room. Now, to first of all begin this tour by looking at storage. Now in this large unit on the right hand side, you'll see that you had your two TVs on the top a second ago. You've then got tea and coffee making in the middle shelf, which will always be there with a P&O cruise. And then down below, you've got essentially where they would set up like your dry bar, so you've got glasses, an ice cube bucket and that sort of thing. Around the other side, you've got some shelving on the top, and then down below, you've got your mini bar. Now, always worth checking if the package that you're on includes the mini bar, because usually 9 times out of 10 it doesn't, and it always amazes me the number of people I meet who complain when they see a charge on their cruise account at the end of the trip. Now, spinning around, you've got what I think is one of the real great things about this room actually. Now, I would use this as like a workstation, but it would also be ideal if you were getting ready to go out at night. It's essentially your desk area with your full mirror on top. And on top of the desk, you've got your usual documents, then you've got your phone that you can use to contact other cabins. You can also call a shower on there, but it's pretty expensive, so I would never recommend that. Now, in this storage area here, you've got your hairdryer, which you can plug in at the plug point on the desk there. And then down below, you've got your World Atlas and what I think is a type of binoculars, although, to be honest, I didn't actually open them. But yeah, quite a nice touch to get an Atlas in there. I also really enjoyed having that on my premium balcony cabin on Arcadia recently. Just quite a nice touch. Now anyway, looking at the bedroom area, now you will see that on either side of the bed, the setup is exactly the same. So you've got your lamp on top, and that's triggered by an on-off switch at the base of the lamp. And then underneath, you've got a little bit of open storage, and then you've got the drawers beside the bed that click shut. So if you are at sea and the motion is definitely there, then you shouldn't be woken up by your drawers flying open. Now, moving to the other side of the room, I would actually like to call out this little shelf area. Now, when I started cruising, I didn't understand the need for that shelf. Now that I'm a little bit more experienced, I do think it's really useful for things like keys, cameras, phones, things that you just need to have available when you come and go. Although in this case, they've popped a plant on it, so I'm not sure if maybe whoever made that decision shares my earlier opinion that the shelf isn't overly useful for storing things. Now, anyway, you've then got your evacuation advice on the back of the door, and you've also got that little gold spy hole that looks out into the corridor. all your usual light switches, which we won't go into. And then you've got what I used to really, really hate about these rooms, and it's this kind of walk-in wardrobe area. Now, it is worth saying that I do actually now really, really like this, and I really, really rate it. But to begin with, I just struggled so much because I just hated the thought of all my stuff being visible to every single person that was in the room. Now, when you book this class of room, you'll also get bathrobes included in there, and you'll also get an umbrella that, yeah, if you've seen my videos from this cruise, you'll know that the umbrella would have come in particularly useful when we visited Madeira, but yeah, we'll not go into that. Now, anyway, in this kind of double mirrored wardrobe section, you've got all your usual shelves. You've then got your safe, which is complimentary. Now, there's no need to leave a deposit on that. It's literally just you pop your code in and that'll seal it off for you. And after that, we'll head in and have a look at the bathroom. Now, this actually is a part of the cabin that when I first looked at it, I definitely thought it felt quite dated, but the thing you have to remember is that this ship entered service back in 2010, so she actually isn't a modern ship anymore. And yeah, I actually think although this bathroom does look pretty dated and it's evidently on an older ship, it's still in pretty good condition considering how old it actually is. Now, really nice touch to have a bath in this room, despite the fact that it's not considered to be a suite grade of room. I do really appreciate that because, well, being solo, I tend to not have the luxury of a bath, but quite a lot of cruise lines reserve baths only for suite guests, so that's really good to see. Now, final call out in here, you know what's coming, there is a shower curtain. Now, I just cannot stand a shower curtain, and I would love to see, as the years go on, shower curtains banished from ships so that, yeah, we're not having to stand in the shower with a curtain completely stuck to us the entire time. But hey, look, let me take you out to the part of this room that you are really paying the money for, and that is the view off of your own private balcony. Now, before you go in and out, you've got a light switch there that will toggle a light on the exterior of the ship. And then through your sliding door, you'll find your own private space here. So furniture-wise, you have two, not full recliners, but you've got two chairs that do recline with footstools, and then also a side table. And it is worth noting that although the view looking out from this room is obviously absolutely amazing, it is quite an overlooked balcony. So if I spin the camera around now, you will see that looking up, quite a lot of other cabins can actually look down into your room from here. Now, would I have found that an issue? Probably not, to be honest, because, yeah, being overlooked isn't a huge problem for me. But I do think if you are maybe a little bit more self-aware of that kind of thing, that this might be a room that you might want to think twice about booking, and you may actually go for the ones that are a level or two up from here, that give you a little bit more of a recessed balcony, so the room will be a lot smaller, but it just feels a lot more private. So that's it, a really quick fly around a mini suite cabin on board P&O Azura. But look, let me know in the comments, would you cruise in this cabin, or is this one that you probably would rather avoid and go elsewhere on the ship? Very keen for your opinion on that. But look, for now, thank you so much as always for watching. I really appreciate you clicking on this video, and yeah, I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks guys, bye.